I need olive oil.
She pulled a knife. Guys over here down, so I don't get stabbed. Again.
What stage is this?
This is the cutting with the vegetable stage. What kind of profession is that?
Why did
What?
He's making an educational cooking video and you're cussing him out.
Oh my gosh. You can just look with your brain and figure out what I'm doing.
I don't know what this is.
This is a sweet potato without its skin on.
Oh.
This is your first day here, dude?
It's an educational video for other people. Maybe they don't know.
Edit it in. Isn't that like your job?
And every cuss word she has in a long time.
Cuss counter begins. I'm still gonna be cutting sweet potato for the next like
Okay, let me get B-roll.
3 minutes.
What are you telling me to do?
You're going to put it in the freezing part of the refrigerator so you can scoop out the frozen bits and not have to roast it like this.
What is this?
It's a f***ing squash!
Alright, Derek,
You
your
changed
new
your
favorite
bread.
food is going to be for me from now on.
I am not opposed to a cook-off.
Yeah, because you get to reap the benefits.
I'm
Real and
severely
Asian
underweight. I'm so underweight. The
I
U.S.
will do-
government didn't want
Because of-
me.
Mexican, Puerto Rican,
I'll do Texan,
and Colombian, Dominican, Italian,
Italian, that's like doubling on.
Greek. I don't even know Greek, but I'll learn it just to shove it in your face.
That was seeds.
No, but
It was seeds!
no. I don't mean the seeds. I mean, where's the rest of the circular squash?
I bought a slice of squash, dude.
You could just do that?
Yes.
From where?
Walmart.
Hey, look, guys, we could grow our own squash.
I don't know, man. I just know
On
they
the
started
third
selling it
floor.
and I bought it. About to go to the Target right
No.
around the corner. You got olive oil and bread.
Don't shop at Target,
Why?
because they hate black people.
I know, but I don't want to go farther than that. And this is like the first time they'd have
You
my
can get
money.
bread at CVS.
I'm not spending $8 on white bread at a gas station. The capitalism
CVS
is
is not a
winning.
gas station.
It's a convenience store with overpriced. We'll go to the Publix then. We'll go to the Publix.
Move it. Could you be any slower?
Hey, look, Lyric. Bread.
Yes. Can't be angry in public.
Listen to the sound.
Scare the children.
The crunch.
Not the smell, not the look, but the sound, the crust. Listen.
Hey, look. Oil.
The oil selection is so big.
Oh, you want good? Some good stuff? This right here.
Me, you go.
34 fluid ounces.
Olive oil is expensive, buddy. Look at that.
Second thought, this is way cheaper. It'll have to do. What the hell is that?
Where's the cheese? We gotta find a red snapper plate.
What were you guys saying about 88A?
The Lapel? The Lapel?
Guys, what the hell is happening? Hey, look, Lyric.
Yes.
More bread.
Get out.
Wow. Bread and oil.
Here, how bad do you want to grow up? Because I'll just bury her out back.
Get my wife's name.
Get my wife out your mother.
Right in the knee.
Yeah.
Fall for faints.
Until I didn't.
You did.
Until
If I didn't
I
stop
said
at
I
this right
learned. I said I learned. What's what you get about learning? You don't think I can learn to fight?
What are we doing?
Yeah, you had army training. You're
Okay.
brutalizing a woman with your army training. I'll beat your
I
ass.
learned that from family movies.
Bullshit, you're in the army. Anywho, you're gonna be cooking the f***ing bacon. You're gonna be shucking the corn.
Okay.
And I'm the one who
Am I cooking
seasons
all
the
of it?
soup. I mean, yeah, might as well.
Okay, so all of it needs to go in the oven.
Yeah, just cook it over the stove top.
You know how much grease and how much this is going.
Fine, there's another baking pan. I don't know. I have so much shit in here. With these motherfuckers, I don't know, there's more in here. Huh? I'm roasting all my vegetables.
And what's that?
400. The baconable bacon.
How do you say this?
Burritos.
Burritos. Wait, how do you say it?
Man, fuck you.
You're both wrong. It's
Alright. Got enough olive oil in there. I'm adding salt. This is coarse ground salt because it was cheaper than iodized salt. Don't ask me how or why. So that's what we're using. How much? You should know how to salt your food by now. Don't ask me. I'm gonna add pepper. An amount. You learn to cook with your soul if you're a real cook anyways. I mean, learn to follow some instructions first.
how many grinds of pepper is that?
This many.
You're teaching people stuff and you're insulting them?
You caught me in a mood today. Paprika, because it's supposed to be smoked.
Paprika, not paprika.
Paprika, smoked paprika. Motherfucker act like you don't know what the hell I'm saying. Gonna toss it in the seasoning. I don't know. You can use your hands. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know, some other shit if you want, but I'm going for this certain flavor. So, anyway, so now we're baking the bacon because who wants to mess in the kitchen and who likes washing bacon?
First you was telling me to put it on the pan.
Well, you know what? You had a good idea, and now we're baking the bacon.
I did have a good idea.
Yes, you did, and you're putting the bacon on the pan. Just like we
I'm
agreed.
glad of my idea.
You'd be glad of my idea for this dinner too.
I swear to God.
You come here because you like getting fight. You like fighting. That's why you niggas join MMA. Because I've inspired you to start fighting.
You make me want to knock someone.
See, exactly. Inspiration. That's what we all need. You're lucky you have some. Be thankful.
We'll give you like that.
Can't overlap.
These two. Oh yeah, we're crumbling it up. I guess it doesn't matter. Pour yourself stuck in the floor.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
And here we have a classic Indiana white boy chopping up corn. That's his lunch, but he's doing it nonetheless. I mean, look at that speed of that truck. That's what we call a grade A corn shop. Folks,
I look
but this
terrible.
Indiana boy
I look
down
absolutely
here in Florida.
awful.
You haven't eaten all day? Why didn't you eat all day?
That's my business. And you ain't my mama.
Oh my god.
You're not eating. You wonder why you feel like shit. And you just hit me with. Yes, I did just hit you with.
What? Hey. I can't post that.
You do blink, please.
Everybody's like, what did you hit him with?
Yeah,
Put it in there so everybody can start questioning.
No, we should have ate earlier. They don't do that anymore. That's why you're depressed.
Oh, why is
like
it still
strawberries?
going? Oh my god.
I had
So,
carrot on today.
What band have?
Oh my god, the smell of that is horrendous. I will never eat it. This is my first time having Spam up close and personal.
Spam is good.
It smells terrible.
It's good.
I'm not eating that shit. It's meat from a can.
Well, good thing it's not for you.
Good. I'm happy it's all for you. It looks like dog food. Oh my god.
Spam is good.
Oh,
You tripping.
it smells like dog food. No, you can eat it. I'm fine with that. I bet it tastes amazing, but that smells like dog food. Like.
How you grow up in the hood and you bougie?
Ah! It squeaked!
Where
What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna desecrate my pan with that Spam? Does it smell like fried dog food up in here?
What part does Spam have to play in this soup?
Nothing!
Nothing.
It's just the smell of it is horrendous. The whole kitchen smells like dog
Oh,
food.
why did I record it?
Why did I? Because I've never encountered Spam before until today. Look at this nasty ass shit. People trying to tell me it's delicious. It squeaks when you beat it. It squeaks when you ate it, man. You took a bite out of it. It squeaks like you were biting into plastic. Yeah, you like that.
It's good.
Yeah.
You're just picking.
Coating the squash in olive oil, salt, pepper, and paprika, like the other stuff. Now this is an accidentally frozen motherfucking squash. It wasn't accidentally frozen.
Oh, and I scooped it out. And
I have to cook it whole.
what's going on in this corner of the kitchen?
Yeah, someone's desecrating my fucking kitchen. When
Calm
I'm trying to
down.
be nice. Nice meal for us. So, you put it in the pan cold? You put it in a cold pan so it can absorb more oil.
It's already been heated up. I put it on there for a minute. It's been cooking. It's hot.
It's not sizzling.
Okay.
You put it in too soon.
I'm a puncher.
You go to a culinary school, they're gonna tell you the same thing. Why you putting it in the cold
Sometimes
pan?
you can do
Why
it.
you putting it in the cold pan, Kai?
Larry, are you the one cooking it?
No, but I'm.
Shut up.
You want to be culinary master?
Shut
You're doing the wrong technique.
Shut up.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do stuff like that.
When you want it to be absorbed with oil and be.
Remember what I called you like 5 minutes ago? Bougie.
That's not the point. All that is absorbing oil into it passively. It's gonna be more oily than the rest of them.
You hear it sizzling now? I wasn't in there now.
That's not how that works.
It's good.
It's not how that
Larry,
works.
it's good.
It doesn't matter if it's good or
It's
not.
good.
It's bad technique.
Larry.
And that's why you have heart problems.
I don't have heart. When did
You
I
will.
tell you that I had heart problems?
No, but you will. I'm predicting them.
I'm saying I'll pick a spot out back and bury her in it alive.
It's gonna outlast you at this rate.
I never cooked or ate spam, so how do you know?
So Taj, how do you season your spam?
I don't know. Depends on what I wanted. I did salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. And what kind of oil are you using?
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Weird. He likes the same kind of oil you do. That's something you guys have in common.
Yeah, so we don't have to eat fucking Pampers. That's something we don't have in common.
I'm gonna stab her with this fork. Like right there. I can just do it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna scream and Sasha's gonna come and bite your nuts off.
Would you do that, Sasha?
Hot. Like it's burnt.
I'm sorry that I have a cheap stove.
You literally splashing water over hot oil?
You alright?
You lucky it didn't touch the oil.
And it was hot.
Would have had me looking like fucking shredded.
Scarface.
So, what step is this?
I'm making the broth that I'm gonna pure away the
Oh my
roasted
God.
stuff in.
Oh my god.
So much.
It's just chicken broth, dude. Supposed to use like a tablespoon per cup.
Round 1. Fight.
Get over it.
Impressive.
With the same seasonings y'all saw before. I'm doing this instead of butter because I don't want the flavor of butter in the soup. That's personal preference. There's nothing wrong with butter. I just don't want it. I'm rubbing the oil. We're gonna get that oil. We're gonna rub it. I already seasoned the other side. Now we're seasoning this side.
Damn.
I'm trying to practice that stuff that you and your brother did.
Because it was basically hamburger helper, and the other time it was curry. And it took like 3 hours to.
Open the window real quick.
What's happening?
The smoke is coming through the thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, go open the
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh.
It's just like overreact.
Fried spam goes perfectly with your sweet water 420.
Don't get it so close to the thing.
It's an ad.
It's an ad.
Excuse me. There we go.
I probably, in hindsight, I probably should have, maybe like moved the sweet potatoes around so they didn't like get like black on one side.
That's char. That's
But we're
caramelized
just
sugar.
gonna
We're gonna be
call
blending it
this
anyways, right?
flavor for right now.
Yeah. I don't know about the corn.
The sweet potato is definitely done. This corn and squash are not. We're just gonna put those bad boys back in the oven, and we're just gonna say another
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
A few moments later.
So, after
Just smell it.
some mutilation
I'm asking your chef opinion.
and much deliberation, apparently we're not using the squash now.
Todd, smell it.
What up?
Just smell it.
Leave me alone.
Please.
Hey, God.
What is your chef opinion on that squash?
Smells like wet rag.
I don't want a red in my soup.
Okay, I guess we're not
Well, no, I mean like
Like a flavorful wet rag?
wet rag, not like a wet rag that's been in the shower for like ever.
Oh, okay.
I guess this is my life now.
Not everyone has to like it to be the best.
roasted veggies. Minus the squash. Soup. Bacon.
I'm gonna try blending a little more liquid.
Okay.
So instead of going on top, this is going right into the pot. We have Great Northern beans. I thought these would be bigger beans, but they're white beans.
Show us the label.
Great Northern beans.
Oh, there we go.
Great Northern
Great Northern beans. Yes, say it right.
beans. Now, almost all of the bacon.
Almost all the bacon.
And now, yeah.
Just a dash.
Yeah, I mean, I can't handle a lot of dairy, so the more you like, I guess.
Yeah.
We all taste test.
Ye old taste test.
This is your bro, so tell me when to stop.
Well, put that in there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Glorious. You guys look like YouTubers with the anime background.
So, we made up. Didn't cast that off screen. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So we're symbolically going. So we're gonna symbolically break bread.
You got this.
So, yeah. We're gonna eat together. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Got my portion for me. True friendship.
The bread has been broken.
Let's try without the bread first. A little bit of bean and the bacon in it. It tastes like like 90% bacon.
90%?
So like,
That's barely 10% bacon.
yeah, I guess how that works for flavors
bacon.
I mean,
without the bacon.
bacon soup sounds nice.
So vegetable soup that's disguised with bacon.
So it's a healthy bacon soup.
Healthy.
Mm.
That's success.
The olive oil is for our health.
Alright.
Bacon. So